Oh, hello there, my dudes. It's your boy, Daily Tactics here, back with another video. We're doing some more modern Men of War Assault Squad 2. So the last video I did of this was the Area 51 raid, and you guys seemed very excited to see more of the Men of War Assault Squad 2 Red Rising mod. So I am happy to deliver. So this is a sort of sequel to the Area 51 raid, if you will. The populace of the United States was furious that the military basically just mowed down hundreds and hundreds of American lives. They were furious, so there was an uprising. And the revolution has begun against the federal government. However, no shots have been fired yet. That is where we stand today. The first shots are about to be fired as the National Guard has been called in due to American civilians taking hold of this hospital and essentially holding it hostage. So the National Guard has been called in by the president to go and subdue these uprisers. They are armed to the teeth with machine guns, sniper rifles, assault rifles, all you want. They've got it. They've also got 3 M1A1 Abrams tanks. They have one here, they have one over here, and they have one over here, and those are the 3 alleyways that they're coming down. However, the American civilians are not going to go down without a fight. They are armed to the teeth themselves. They have a few deserters amongst them from the American army, troopers who decided, you know what, I'd rather join the rebels. They've also confiscated an old school Cold War artillery piece. They have an M1 Abrams themselves here. And then they have a tricked out like pimp mobile with a chain gun on top. So yeah, they're pretty armed up. And not to mention they've just got tons and tons of guns on the ground. It's going to be pretty epic. I'm super excited about this. I'm so glad you guys wanted this to be a series. So hit like. Let's try and get to 500 likes, I guess, and then I'll know you guys want to see more of the modern warfare situation scenario that we've got going on here. So, yeah, without further ado, guys, let's get right on into this thing. Alrighty then, boyos, I think we're ready to kickstart this American Revolution 2.0. I actually got rid of one of the tanks, the tank that was over here, because I thought 3 M1 Abrams would just be too much. That's an extremely powerful force. So I thought 2 was fair against a anti-tank gun, an M1 Abrams, and a ton of ground missile launchers as well. So I think that's a little bit more fair. But regardless, I think we're ready to kickstart the American Revolution 2.0. Let's go into slow-mo here because chaos is about to ensue and I want every juicy minute of it on tape. Let's press start. And yes, chaos ensues immediately with the American soldiers wasting no time firing at these rebels, trying to take revenge likely for the Area 51 massacre themselves, because not only did the rebels, the Naruto running civilians take extreme losses, but the entire military base of Area 51 was taken over in that video, and not a single soldier was left alive. So this is vengeance for both sides, and as we know, vengeance is one of the biggest fuels for all-out warfare. M1 Abrams really sort of leading the charge over here, and oh my goodness, it connects a juicy shot on the enemy M1 Abrams and actually takes it out entirely. The rebels have lost their major tank over here, and also the anti-tank gun is down too. That only leaves the pimp mobile left alive over here. And the pimp mobile does not currently have a gunner. One of you chaps has to get up on the pimp mobile gun. Come on! There we go. Look at that champion hopping on. Taking on what none other would. The Pimpmobile lives on. It rides on, boys. It rides on. So yeah, the rebels currently, they've really only got this quote-unquote armored vehicle, which really isn't armored at all. And then they've got ground surface missiles coming from rocket launchers. So you know, that is not a good sign right there. That is a seriously weakened state for this rebellion at the moment. Look at this, Rasputin with his M1A1 firing off at the enemy. You love to see it. Rasputin lives on in our games. I love him so. American soldiers straight down this alleyway here have taken an absolute beating. Look, there's like 10 of them dead right there. More falling. The remaining soldiers trying to utilize their dead comrades as cover. That is seriously the brutality of what a modern warfare situation would result in. Not to mention the nukes at play. I mean, nuking a civilian population would certainly be drastic measures. That would be probably millions dead with hydrogen bombs or, you know, whatever kind of arsenal that the U.S. decides to utilize. I mean, that would be insane. Not to mention the lingering effects of radiation for decades to come, and the, you know, gene splicing that would result, and the, you know, cancer, and oh god. Now that would be brutal. I don't think it'll come to that though, as the president is currently just sending in the National Guard. You know, it's baby steps in this war, and right now the National Guard is not doing so hot. Look at that. You know, the Pimp Mobile just churns out some bullets down that corner, taking out about 6 soldiers all at once. Oh, it's tough. Oh, but the Pimp Mobile explodes. No, my favorite weapon. It's gone. It got its wheels literally blown off. Bro, how could you let this happen? The Pimp Mobile. Wow, and there's just like a crater of mangled body parts in there. And a helmet. That's brutal. The poor Pimp Mobile, boys. The poor Pimp Mobile. Think about its family. Think about its family, gosh dang it. The troopers back here at the hospital itself seem to still be going strong. A few of them are just like standing there like derps. Like, they're probably shell-shocked. They're probably, you know, never been in a major war before or seen a battlefield at all. And he's probably just going through some mental stuff that we couldn't even imagine. And he's just standing there. His buddies are like, get down and start firing. But he's just chilling. I hereby dub thee Clyde. Clyde, you will live on. No! Greg! Greg has died, but Clyde lives. Clyde, I believe in you. Look at these GTA 5 San Andreas troopers. No, GTA 4 San Andreas, I believe. They're rocking their machine guns. They're working on taking out some of these troopers. Also, some of the American deserters also firing off with what they've got in their arsenal. The civilian uprising is really giving this their all, and you can see that there is some drastic repercussions to that, but they have also dealt a serious blow to the enemy. A lot of the American soldiers sort of hugging the block walls and things like that to try and get away from this gunfire. You have to remember that the civilians may have the numbers in this, but the U.S. soldiers have the training and the arsenal. They have better weapons, and they also have troopers who are just 10 times that of the, you know, average Joe that picked up a gun, you know? So it is tough. Except, of course, Rasputin over here, who is a trained professional. Oh, look at that Rasputin bravely standing up and firing off. It looks like he actually tracked that M1 Abrams before he gets chopped down. It's okay. Rasputin will rise again. He never really dies. That's the trick of it. A few free-roaming troopers back here, backing up to the hospital defenses over this way. A wise decision. I mean, the park is just decimated at this point. There's no one left over there. These little dudes over here in the side alley are still actually kicking. This guy also seems to be having some traumatic disorders going on. He's just facing a wall. He's like, this is not happening. This is not happening. American soldiers over here, it looks like they're making a move to try and stop these troopers from holding that little side block that's sort of preventing them from really focusing in on the hospital area over that way. So yeah, these guys might be seeing the last of their resistance here. Let's go into normal speed now, because we did spend a little bit longer in slow-mo than I first intended there. Look at this. GTA 5 gangster firing off. That's actually what the models are called in the mod, is gangsta with an A instead of an ER. It's kind of cringy, but it's fine. Everything's fine. Oh man, there is so much fire coming in hot over here. This is really brutal. I don't think the American military has lost a single one of their tanks. I mean, this one got tracked, sorta. That can be repaired, and it's just moving with it. Wait a minute, that's illegal. Sir, sir, that's not how tracks work. He's breaking the law of physics. The American army is destroying everything that was built by the world. My goodness. Okay, so yeah, I think those tanks are truly going to be the downfall of these uprisers here, because as you can see, they just don't have anything major left to counter it. They've got a few rockets out there, but that's just not enough. That is just not powerful enough to really take them out. So I truly think that is the downfall of the uprisers during this battle. So perhaps in future battles, they're going to have to go ahead and, you know, steal some of their own more tanks. You know, they had one during this battle, but maybe they need to like raid an American airbase to get more tanks and helicopters and jets and whatnot. Or perhaps they could, you know, go after more anti-tank guns, things like that. Or they could produce some like TNT, like some traps perhaps and things. I don't know, but you know, if anything can be learned by the leaders of the resistance here, is that their big downfall during this battle was certainly those tanks. Those tanks have really just caused an absolute massacre for the civilians who are defending this here hospital. It has been real brutal, mainly due to those tanks. But the last remaining troopers here, although I do think this is likely going to be a lost cause, they are still fighting away. This deserter with his, what is that, an R100 or something like that? Can't remember all the names of the guns, but some sort of a semi-automatic sniper rifle firing off at the at his own brothers. Really, he is fighting his own friends and troopers. You know, he must really believe in this cause to overthrow the government. Man, oh man. It is really brutal here. This is tough. A Russian Marine from World War II has joined them. 2 of them. These guys time traveled to join them. It's really tough finding like civilian models to utilize for this in the game, because there just really aren't that many. There's those GTA 5 models. They're pretty good. And then beyond that, there's like the World War II civilians, which I throw in, like Rasputin. And then, you know, sometimes you got to throw in some like deserters from the U.S. Army, and also, you know, some guys who like look, they maybe have makeshift uniforms, like wannabe uniforms, which is what I sort of thought these guys might be like. So I don't know. It's tough out here finding models in this, but I think it's a pretty eclectic group. Maybe not totally representative of what a real American Revolution would look like in modern day, but that's okay. Everything's fine. The only guy left alive on this sandbag over here is this chap. This sandbag over here just got grenaded and lost half of its troopers, and the last guy there gets yote backwards. And is that it? Oh no, there's one more trooper here. Little scientist guy. He gets obliterated. My man. Oh, there is actually a few more civilians over here. One over here tries to pistol whip a U.S. soldier, but he goes down. This guy's like, oh, this is not happening. This is not happening. He gets grenaded at the feet. Skadoosh. He's gone. And then I saw there was, yeah, there's 2 more down this alleyway here with MP5s. These are free roamers. Let's try and see what we can do with them. Nope. Oh! Wow, the second I rounded that corner, he goes down. And that guy too. Cool. We didn't even manage to get a shot off. So, the American army has taken revenge for what occurred at Area 51 to them. And the American Revolution begins. American Revolution 2.0. Look at this. Some of these soldiers lost their helmets. They lost their friends. This was a truly bloody battle. But, I mean, they were highly outnumbered by the rebels, and yet they still managed to win with not that many losses, in all honesty. I mean, a bunch of these bodies have been blown up, and, you know, they're just like chunks now, like these guys over here. So they won't highlight yellow, but the ones that do, the yellow ones are the civilians, and the red are the U.S. soldiers. And as you can see, I mean, U.S. soldiers took a beating at these choke points up here, but then as they got closer to the hospital, their losses really went down, and they managed to pick up some steam and really take out these uprisers. So, yeah, a really brutal battle here. But pretty fun. I hope you guys enjoyed. Let me know if you want me to make this into a series, because I think it'd be kind of fun to do a modern American Revolution series. So yeah, let me know. Comment down below. Be sure to like it if you did enjoy it. Be sure to subscribe. Be sure to join me on like Overtone, Discord, all those fun things. Links are in the description below. And yeah, I'll peace out now. Thank you guys so much for watching. Truly appreciate it. Peace. I hope you guys enjoyed that video. Be sure to click that subscribe button for more content and hit the notification bell if you'd like to be alerted to whenever I live stream or upload. Thanks so much.